Thanks, Robert, and welcome back to our English language gathering. Before we start, please invite your tens to join us and turn your cameras on if you are able. Now for our opening intention. John?
Thank you. Good morning, friends. We're taking our morning intention from Rabash, anyone with whom the spirit of the people is pleased. Number 2. It is known that it is impossible to come to love the Creator before one is rewarded with love of others. Through love your neighbor as yourself, which Rabbi Akiva said, is the great rule of Torah. In other words, by accustoming oneself in love of people, which is love of others, one can achieve the degree of love of the Creator. L'chaim, friends.
Thanks, John. And now with an update from our Arvut team. Chaim?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I have a special good news. Next week.
Yes, it is. How are you? Good. 716.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Whose microphone is open? Okay. Next week in this meeting, we will have a meeting with the management. Management is doing like a tour of meeting with all the different kelim in the world Kli, all the various languages, and so next week they'll be with us. So this is your chance, basically, to have an open conversation with them. I think we're going to dedicate a whole hour for this event. So I'm here to tell you that this is happening. Tell all your friends. I only see here 70 people. So that's way too little, way too few. Okay, so tell all your friends that next week the management will be here at this time at a quarter to, what is it, 12 your time? No. Yeah. Whatever it is for you, that's when they'll be here next week, okay?
10:45 a.m. Eastern time.
Right. So everyone is welcome to come, and the idea is to have an open conversation. However, it is recommended that you don't ask them questions that you can get answers to from us, from the heads of languages, from the English department, from the Arvut team. Try to take advantage of the situation and ask them serious, deeper questions that would not get answered otherwise. Okay, or that we would have to take to them in hope that they would, understand the place where you're coming from and all of that, and would be able to provide a good answer. Instead, you can have a direct conversation with them. What do I mean by that? I mean, you want to prepare questions that are more about ideology, about the future of the society, about directions where Bnei Baruch is going. Okay, things like that have to do with the bigger picture and the deeper aspects of it. Okay, so make yourself some homework to do with the 10 and prepare questions, and they'll be here to answer next week at this time. Okay? Bye-bye. L'chaim nebaruch.
Thanks, Chaim. Now with an update on their May Congress preparation, New York 2, and we have a slideshow. New York 2?
Yes, dear friends, I hope, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Should we share the pictures first, or you go first?
Yeah,
Okay,
friends, we wanted to give you a little slideshow a taste of the gatherings we've done together throughout the years to warm your hearts up. So let's go through the slideshow first, please, John, and then I'll open up with some words. Thank you, brother. I didn't even need to ask for music. It happened. What a production we have. Uh, yeah, friends. As you can see, the physical gatherings are really milestones that keep us tremendously adhered in our 10. Something that keeps us so close in such heightened states of joy and elation and feeling the importance. So we're very grateful the Creator has given us these chances to get together. And certainly we are looking forward to the upcoming Congress at the end of the month here. We are going to be gathering at Albert's house in upstate New York. The entire 10's going to be there. So our dear friend Mark, he just flew in from Europe. Yesterday he landed, so he's going to be able to gather physically with us as well, which is a rarity to get the entire 10 together. So we're very excited. We have all sorts of different activities planned, deep internal connection activities, seemingly external activities too, like hiking and playing different games, things like that. That's going to, ultimately help us maintain this intention of connection. And what we want to do today, friends, is give you a little taste of not only what we planned for our Congress, but also to inspire you, to give you this sensation of confidence, of greatness, that, if you have any apprehensions about planning these physical gatherings, if you have any holdups with should we do it or not, it's easy. We can just sit in front of the computer and we'll be good with our little boxes. There's nothing wrong with that, but we want to give you this confidence and sensation that making the extra effort to come together really pays off. So we're excited to share our hearts with you and inspire you. So l'chaim, dear friends, and I'm going to pass it over to my dear brother Vlad.
Yeah, beloved friends, how lucky, how fortunate we are to have each other on this path. This is the most glorious path one can possibly hope for, and to have such tremendous friends on the path that can support you and give you that fuel that we require on a daily basis. How incredibly lucky we are, friends. And we're even more lucky when we get the chance to gather together, when we get to be together. And at some point in the formation of our 10, we felt like the virtual connection was no longer enough. We started yearning for physical connection. And we came from the environment where we used to gather together physically every single night for the lesson, and then on the weekends for Yeshivat Chaverim and all kinds of meals. And to find ourselves in the COVID era where we were kind of separated, and we're only able to be in our rooms and see each other virtually. That kind of gave us a greater need and this yearning and appetite to gather together physically. So the moment the restrictions were lifted, we decided that let's go for it. Let's go and then try and gather everyone from wherever we are, and gather us together physically. And as Chris mentioned, one of our friends actually lives in Europe. And for that gathering, way back in 2021, our friend Mark traveled from Portugal to the States in order to meet with us. And we all gathered together at our place here in Pennsylvania. And that was truly a groundbreaking moment for us, because we realized that this physical connection is something it's an upgrade, it's an addition, it's an exponential improvement for our connection. To have the friend right next to you physically, to be able to do things together with them, whether it's to clean or to cook or to sit in the lesson together, to be in the Yeshivat Chaverim together, at any moment when we feel any kind of heaviness, we feel like, I wish my friend was right here with me physically. I wish I could touch him, I could hold him, I could feel the fuel returning. And these connections became essential for us. And any opportunity we have, the moment a physical gathering ends, we start planning for the next one. We already put it on the calendar, and we're thinking, okay, let's meet together in Israel. Let's meet together at a friend's house. We're finding any excuse, any possible reason that there is in order to get together physically. And we feel incredibly blessed to have a 10 that wants to do it and wants to continue to put in the efforts and make this connection happen again and again. L'chaim, friends, passing to Luxon.
L'chaim, everyone. So good to be with you. I was thinking about what else can we say, as a 10, like what can we say about this, our process and the core of our excitement. And I remember, maybe a year or so ago, some of the friends in the 10, like after we would do one event, one activity, a couple of other friends were thinking, how great would it be if we were to build a Congress? Just like randomly saying, like, yeah, what would we do? Like, how would we approach it? Just kind of randomly talking about that, and there's usually a couple of friends in our 10 that I won't say their names, but they're the ones that always come up with like the far out ideas. Like, wait, what? Can we even, like before we as a 10 can even consider something, there's usually this sort of a head, this vision that comes, from a couple of friends or any random friend that says, what about this? What about that? And this Congress of Tens is something that I think we within us wanted as a 10. And I guess part of what I want to say here is just how incredible this opportunity is. I know friends have said it, but it truly is to have the chance to build a Congress together as a 10. It the possibilities of what it can bring out of of a group is really boundless. Like there's really no ways to put, to really add words to qualify what that can do. Like even one meeting together, one overnight stay can sort of catapult, a 10. And I'm sure anyone who's done it, any of the 10s who've done that know what it can do. Some of my most powerful moments in life have come from, meetings that we've had. And it could just be one night like that we've spent together over, wherever we're staying. And this is not an exaggeration, I'll sometimes come out of a meeting just like my head is spinning because the things that took place, the depths that we reached, I wasn't expecting it. No matter how often it happens, it's always like, wow, what just happened? Like how did we reach this level of communication? And it's not always, and I guess that's the thing that really stands out for me. It's the depths that can be reached, and it's not it's always something like, wait, how come we were not able to reach this before? How come we were able to sort of have this level of conversation and communication? That's for me, that's the thing that always captures me, that we're able to connect to a level where we didn't think it was possible. And then afterwards we reach this, and it's easy to say reach a new degree, but truly, when you're sort of facing the friends and you allow yourselves to have these conversations, that's what usually happens. And that is what's going to happen exponentially in this meeting of tens, in this Congress of tens. And that's what, that's the excitement you should really focus on, like what can happen when we get together. And one thing in our 10 that changed a couple of years ago is we started meeting physically for Yom Kippur. Usually there's no lessons, there's at least one night without lessons. And, so we're building, we build a lesson, and throughout the day, the friends are fasting and doing, and really just taking it seriously. And a couple of years ago, there was a conversation that came out that exposed so many, unfounded hatred, a lot of things that were going on in our 10, and it was from that. And I'll always remember that as like one of the turning points of many turning points we've had, because it happened because we just took it seriously, and we wanted to build something. Like we were excited about the opportunity to build something. We were excited about the opportunity to, oh wow, we don't have to come together. We don't have to fast. We don't have to, we don't have to build a lesson, but we want to do it. We want to do something together. We want to, and I think that's the core of, and when I think to like, wait, how is it that, how have we done, the gatherings that we've done? How have we done even if it's virtual, how have we accomplished anything that we've accomplished as a 10? I think it's because we're always excited about the opportunity to build something, to have a deeper conversation, to connect at a deeper level, to build a lineup. Like all these little things, like we actually just, we try to, one up each other. Like, oh, like here's what I'm trying to, here's what I want to build. Here's what I want to build. Here's how I think we should do it. So all these conversations, they stem from how much we're excited about the possibilities in the 10, like what it means to be in a 10, what we can create together as a 10, like, what does any 10 mean? Why are we in 10s? Why are we together even? That's what happens. And we're excited about those possibilities. So I would say, I know every 10's situation is different. There's distances, there's all sorts of things. Obviously, you should get together physically because that's the peak of it. But the truth is, even before you get to that point, I feel it's how can we be excited each 10? How can we all be excited about building something together? Even if it's just one lineup, how precise can it get? Even if we don't have to make it that precise, how creative can we get? How much can we, how much better can we make it than the previous one? Like those little things, I feel are what really take everything to the next level, and it builds the momentum for the next event. It builds the momentum for the excitement that's going to come. So now when the next thing comes, we want to do it even better, and we want to create even, a greater experience. And so I would say, friends, not only is this Congress monumental and it's going to reach really just heights that are just beyond, imagination. But whatever you can do to build something together as a tent, I would really urge you to do it, because I've seen personally that that's made a world of difference to our tent. If it's one event that you can build together, if at the end of the day you've prayed and you tried all that you can, and all you can do is just build one event together, let that be the greatest event. Like, let it be precise, let it be as detailed, let it be as powerful as it can be. Like, don't lose the opportunity to create and to do things together as a 10, however small it might seem, because in hindsight, all the seemingly smallest moments turned out to be, the things that really catapulted us and helped us to get to the next thing. So, yeah, friends, just let's just yeah, just be happy and excited, and just have a lot of joy in our hearts for this event, because it truly is going to be incredible. Hi, friends. And who is next to speak for us? Is it
That would be
Tom?
me.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, L'chaim, Lux, and thank you. Yeah, New York too is a very warm 10, a very loving 10. I thank the creator every day that I was able to be brought into this 10. Beyond grateful. And I think that this feeling of warmth and um, kindness and just love that's here is because of the physical gatherings that we've done. It's like the amount of just relationship building, connection, and unity that you can gain from being together in person is exponential, like compared to just like, the daily, routine that we have. Obviously, that brings us, develops us spiritually, but there's something about the spiritual, I mean, the physical, and how it just binds the hearts together in such a way. It's like you come in as like in an individual, and then you leave with like the power of 10 men. I don't know how else to put it. It's like going there, like you're like terminally ill, and you get this transfusion of light, of medicine, that you come out feeling like you shed your old body, and now you're a completely new being. That's one that's closer to the 10 and closer to the creator. Um, it's just a tremendous amount of strength. It's like you come in like colorblind, and every time you leave from a physical gathering, you have new pigments of color that you weren't able to see before, because of that time that you spend with the 10, and that impression that each friend leaves on your heart, and that just this like passing of this integration, it's really incredible. And like, no matter what the obstacle is, it's like trying, praying hard for to overcome it, that the creator will give you a pathway to meet physically, to come to the Congress, because it's truly like that. It's like, it feels like it's like, if I don't go to this, I'm missing out on just a tremendous amount of development and strength. It's like, how could I miss out on that? Um, I think if you really want it, you always find a way to get there. The creator will always, he'll open up, the water. He'll split the seas for you to get there and just walk through, the bottom of the ocean. Um, and the amount of preparation that we've been putting in for this Congress, I know that by the time we get there, it's going to be, a massive, massive um, event for us as a 10, spiritually. Just it's like an investment into the future that you couldn't possibly, invest. Like, there's no account in this world that would be that's equivalent to the investment that this, you know, Congress and with your 10 is. It's like, imagine if somebody told you, 10 years ago, here, put $10,000 into Bitcoin, what that would be like. And it's beyond that, And it's like the same thing, except it's on an infinite level. So these little moments that we have, this like 3 days that we get together, it's like, you're the insider of the insider trader, that gets like this inside tip. So it should be illegal, right? That the amount that's like insider trading. It's so great. Of course, um it's just phenomenal. So yeah, I'm so excited to invest into this account, this infinite account that will be with us and for eternity with the creator. So I don't have any more to add to that. I'm just very excited. Love my 10. Okay. I'm not sure who we have up on the next on the schedule. Let me see. Yeah.
Look,
Tim.
I'm very excited as well to be part of the 10. As soon as I start talking, the kid runs in. Here you go. There's your ball. What was that? Yeah, I'm deeply honoured, really, to be here talking to you about our preparation in our 10, actually, because I'm deeply proud to be part of it, and I care so much about this path. And there was all the time when we weren't on the path, and there's the difference. I think what I was thinking is that really what I've been thinking about is that sometimes we forget how incredible what it is that we're doing. And no matter, like, we take something very simple, a lot of stuff that's very simple, and sometimes we make it more complicated than what it needs to be, but we do it on purpose so that we can just expand the space between us and have loads of connection and opportunity to explore each other and understand each other, understand what the friends want, understand that everybody's trying to get to the goal, and it's just such an incredible path, isn't it? I mean, it's just just immense, and I'm so happy to be here. And the preparation, like the friends are saying, and like Tom said, it's like it's just about doing it. And what Luxon said, it's like, if we were to share anything with you, the value, it's just like, do something together, whatever it is, however small, do something together. This Congress, we've put so much effort into it. We've been talking about it for ages between us. Every 10 meeting is dedicated to like looking at the value of it and the eventual connection of it. Just give me a second, sweetheart. Here. Give me a second. Mom here. Over there. And it's I'm just really I feel very just overwhelmed and excited, and a little bit hard to know what to say, really, because there's so much to say. The friends have said it all, though, as well. And just do something, engage in something, and find that. And this Congress is like the most incredible possibility and opportunity to create something in every one of our hearts that is everlasting and endless, and something that will carry us into a new dimension. Quite literally, it will propel us forward, each and every individual one of us, and every 10, and the whole Kli, and I would imagine the world will be following, into this dynamic, incredible, like highly advanced and wondrous connection that the Creator has waiting for us all. That He's there giving to us all. It's just something of such profound beauty, really, isn't it? I mean, the touch that reaches our hearts on a regular basis, and what it does to us, and what it is, just incredible. Welcome to the Congress. Over to you, Albert, I believe, unless Mark's here. Is Mark here?
Dear brothers, I want to also share my excitement.
Gentlemen, we're running low on time. Please be mindful.
Okay, so I wanted to share my excitement as well. for this upcoming Congress. We're gathering from Thursday night through Sunday afternoon. Mark, as you heard, is flying in from Europe. He's also, after the Congress, going to stay at my place for another week or two, so our families will get a chance to connect extra. Just some in terms of how what we're doing for the Congress, we decided to break up the schedule into 2 blocks each day. 2 blocks for Friday, 2 blocks for Saturday, 1 block for Thursday, one for Sunday. And there's 2 pairs of friends responsible for each block for all the activities that's going to take place. On Sunday, as you know, we have our women that are in tens as well. So we decided on Sunday we're going to go take the kids and take care of them while the women get a chance to connect in their tens as well. Another interesting thing for this Congress, we decided that we'll have the head of the 10, right? We heard from management and BB that there's this thing called the head of a 10, and we decided to implement it specifically for this Congress as like this first trial run of us trying out this new exercise. So that's just like a little bit of the logistics of what's happening. But essentially, I wanted to say that everything really starts from the desire, right? If we had a desire, the Creator allows us to be together, right? And this is something, I don't think it's exclusive to us, but it's something that every single 10 in the world can experience if they want to, right? If they have a desire to be together, right? Then that desire turns into a prayer, then the Creator should answer it, right? And if the Creator is not answering our desire to be together physically, then maybe we don't really want to. It's either the Creator's bad and he doesn't hear our prayers, or maybe we don't really have the desire and we don't really want to. So this is something that I just wanted to leave with every friend, that if we really wanted to be together physically, the Creator will just simply allow it. He will answer this prayer because he is the good that does good, and we want to connect. So let's just take a second right now, everybody, wherever you are throughout the whole world, let's close our eyes. Let's picture our entire 10 gathering physically together. Let's picture how much we want to be there, how much we want to serve the friends, how much love there's going to be between us, and how this is going to happen throughout all of North America. And we want to do this not just for ourselves, but because through this powerful connection, especially physically, we'll be able to bestow to the Creator and bring Him contentment. Let's just be in that prayer together, friends, for a few seconds.
Wow, thanks, New York, too. And now more information about our October Congress. Our Bnei Baruch English Department head, Asaf.
Yes. Hello, friends. Can you hear me? All right, great. Okay, friends. We have some exciting, important news or update about the October 2026 North American Congress. First of all, let's just remember, yes, we're moving towards a TENS Congress, which is gonna be revolutionary and new. After that, by the way, we also have a Kabir retreat 2 weeks afterwards in Holland. And the big thing after that is the October Congress, and we want to be ready as early as possible. So everyone needs to remember, everyone who's here, remember, October is where we all meet. From the 29th to the 31st, right to the very end of October. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday kind of event. Everyone should save the date. Now, here's what I want to update. We have a great, beautiful place for this Congress. It's really, I don't think we've ever had something at that level. And I'm talking both about how it looks and feels. It's a wonderful place. It's like hugging. It's very kind of naturey kind of area. We will later on we will show some pictures and videos maybe. Our great Zohar, who's been working with his team to find this place, and they've already been working for weeks before this. We've gotten to a point where we signed the contract. The first payment was made as well. In short, this is happening, and it's a really beautiful place. And the big thing, other than that being a great place, and it's very spacious, and it's very nice. It's like hugging the western shore of Lake George. So it's beautiful and it's really great. And the level of the accommodation is also really, I don't think anyone's going to be missing anything or feeling not convenient in a certain way. It's really, really has everything we want and need. Our own kitchen, whatever you want. The specific update I want to share is this. We have the whole place to ourselves for those days. It wasn't so, obvious, but again, thanks to Zohar and his team, we got down to this kind of contract with them. So this means we have about 1 square mile. That's the whole area that is for us. And yes, this means we can, find place for everyone to sleep, and there will be different levels of accommodation. The place is called Silver Bay YMCA. It's, as I said, it's next to Lake George, and it's about 1 square mile. And that means because the whole place is ours, this means that we can set up a place where we can have an event for the kids. And this is new because we weren't sure that we would be able to do this. But now that we have the whole place to us for those days, we will be able to do this. And I know that there's been a few people, parents, mothers, who have been asking, and so we've been attentive, and we were seeing if we will be able to do this, and we will. So this means that in our area for the event, we will have, as planned, a place for the actual Congress where all of us will be with our tents and so forth. But we will also have the ability to set up a separate dedicated area for kids. And because the place is very big, it looks like we will be able to even make sure that families might be able to sleep together in the same room. Parents can of course be with their children and probably close to that area. In short, we have a lot to work with there. We have the ability. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail now, but I just want you to know that we will have the ability to do this. And it also means that parents will have to rise to the occasion. Of course, this depends, setting up a kids program. We have the facilities, we have the space for it now, we have the ability, but parents who are interested in that will have to step up to the task and put it together, which already happened in the past, and I'm sure it can happen in a great way this time as well. So if you're a parent who was worried about, can I bring my kids or not? Yes, we will have the ability to set up a place for kids on the premises, separate from the adults event, of course. And that's why I wanted to jump in now and say it today, even though we still have a few months, because we want to see everyone there. We have to see everyone there. I also heard such a rumor that Aviv and Mushi are probably going to be there as well, and they'll make it the place from which they will broadcast some lessons for the rest of the Kli. In short, it's going to be a great, great, beautiful Congress in a really beautiful and spacious kind of a little village that is all ours. So save the dates, save the funds, save vacation days. We want to see everyone there. Everyone definitely has to put this right now in their calendar. First of all, just save the date. All the rest, we'll figure out. As soon as we'll have registration, it'll take some time. We're gonna have probably a few tiers of accommodation that will fit people with different needs and different, funds. We'll look at all of that as quickly as we can after the TENS Congress. But and of course, as soon as registration will open, you will know. But already save the date, save the funds, save vacation days, save a place in the heart for that miraculous event that's going to happen called the October Congress. All right.
And I just want to add that even the bottom tier in the accommodation is way higher than we had in Pennsylvania. The accommodations, not just the facilities, but the accommodations, the rooms themselves, it's all very, very good conditions. It is something that everyone can participate in at whatever tier you may choose to eventually be in. Sorry, Asaf, go ahead.
Yes. No, that's absolutely true, and it's really great, friends. It's really, we can have their beautiful Congress and focus on what's important, making sure that all of our bodily needs are met. And we want that. We want that for our friends. We want everyone to just be able to, not worry about, do I need an Airbnb, or you're gonna have everything there. Hopefully, it's really gonna, nothing's gonna be missing, and we can just focus on connecting the North American Kli. Of course, we will probably have some guests coming from outside North America. That also happens, and we're happy to welcome anyone who's going to want to come from BB to this Congress. So we really are excited about this. We're really happy that we were able to make this happen. I see some questions in the chat, so I'll repeat. October 29 to the 31st. Save that date. Yes, Richard, sorry. Go ahead.
Just a reminder, because of the time and the Yeshivat Havarim coming up.
Yes, right. We have to conclude in 3 minutes. We're starting the YH. So I'll just say one more thing, just because I just looked at the gallery here, and I'm seeing some faces also from Europe. So I want to also mention that way before October, this June, from June 12th to the 14th, we have the COBU retreat. And if there are some students here, COBU students who live in the area, that event is absolutely relevant for you as well. So go to retreat@kobukonnect.com for all the details. You should know, if you're in COBU, that this is also happening. So if you're listening to this now and you weren't sure, yes, June 12 in Holland, there is a COBU retreat. If you're a COBU student in the area, you should absolutely be there. All right, that's it for me. We have 2 minutes left before YH, right? So take it away, Richard.
Thanks, Asaf. Our hearts are with you. And thank you all for joining us today. And happy Mother's Day. And be sure to join the World Kli's Yeshivat Havarim on the Arvut system next. See you next week. Robert?
Lost in the sea of empty pleasure, then racing after plastic treasure. Now something's calling through the pieces of the heart. There's something more, there's something better.